Welcome back, everybody. In today's video we're going to be removing some weird things that came on this car that we don't want. First step is removing these rubber floor mats, which we don't need, so you can get rid of those. All right, floor mat number 2, get that thing out of there. Let's see what this one looks like. Haven't even looked. Oh my god, that thing is brand new. Oh, look at this too. I forgot to mention this in my last video. It's got a flare. How cool is that? That floor mat is so perfectly new. Look at it. One thing I just noticed is all these wires down here. Look at this. So if you saw my last video, it's got this weird TV in here that's somehow mounted to the floor, and I never saw all these wires. So that's going to be the next thing we take out.
Well, Jason is currently having an allergy attack inside, so I'm poking around, and we have our first free thing. We have an ice cream stick from Japan. I think that made the car worth buying.
All right, looks like Paige started getting these wires out of here. Were they even connected to anything? One of these is coming out of the dash, and then one's going up to the TV. All right, how is this connected? Yeah, just like I thought, it's connected to where the seat mounts to the floor, so that should be easy. Oh, look at this. What is it? It's a little wooden spoon. All right, so I think that's like a 14 millimeter. The other thing that we're hoping to find is some Japanese coins, maybe? So we'll see if we can find any of those. I found a couple Australian coins in my other car when working on the seats, so hopefully we can find something cool. So we're just gonna get all the wires detached from it first. Ah, yes. The old twist ties.
OEM, clearly.
Yeah. It's OEM plus.
Alright, I think that's everything, because this goes under here.
Okay. And let me see if I can get a 14 mil, which is what I think the seats use, and we can get this out of there. Got my 14 mil, and we're gonna be, that's gonna come off easy. I was really hoping they didn't cut any holes in the carpet or drill any stupid holes into the floorboard or something to put this stupid TV in. Go, and there it is. So yep, nope. It's attached. Ah, shit.
I don't think we can pull it all the way out.
Okay, so what we need to do is take these dash panels out and see how it's probably attached to the head unit, if I had to guess. So let's do that now. It's completely free. It's just that one wire holding it. So let's do that. I have a whole video on this on my channel, but basically you take out the, what's it called, ashtray, and then I don't know how many of these clips are intact, hopefully all of them, so I'm going to be pretty careful here. That one's intact, and apparently that's the one that breaks the easiest. Wow, I think all of them are good. This is the nicest car, I swear. There's this plugged in right here, which I've never understood what this is, but we just gotta unplug that. Normally I would be a little more careful about these rubbing on each other, but we're gonna repaint all these. There we go. All right, so let's look at this real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't think that's normally a clip. I don't know, it's got tape over it, which is weird. That one goes... Yeah, so every clip on this thing is still good. That's awesome. If you look down in here, there's a bunch of wires running through here. Yikes. Definitely looks like it goes up there. So this is kind of a pain in the ass. To take this one off, we have to take this off here. Then we can take this off. There's 5 screws up here, and this is another thing that I'm gonna be curious about, to see if any of these are broken, which, just looking at it, I can see that there's 5 screws, so there's a screw in each hole. What happens a lot is people think they've removed all of them and they try to pull it out, and maybe there's one screw still screwed in, and they just end up breaking that little hole. So I think our other Supra has like 2 holes that are broken. This one, it looks like all of them are good. So I'm just gonna grab a screwdriver real quick and take those out. So these screws are kind of at a weird angle. Some of them are kind of facing down, and you can't get like a full-size screwdriver up there, so you're gonna want to use a little stubby one like this. For this one over here, you can use a normal one. That thing was really tight. I'm not gonna tighten it that much when I put it back. And then the screw kind of just falls out, you gotta catch it like that. And then I think this one over here, you can use the regular screwdriver. Just be really careful not to strip the screw. Caught it like a pro. And now these 3 are gonna need this little guy. Now those 5 screws have been removed, what you do is you pull this way on this thing. So you can feel that side just started to slide out a little. You can come over here, pull out. Now both sides have come out a little. You can pull straight forward. Now what you gotta keep in mind is that these things are gonna be plugged in behind it, so we're gonna have to unplug those. So we're just gonna pull out to about here. And these are kind of hard to unplug sometimes. Well, that one was easy. That was easy. And then once that's done, you can kind of swing it around like this and give yourself a lot more space to get this one over here. So let's take a look at this piece. And these are the parts that I was telling you, these break very easily. All 5 of them in perfect shape. So like I said, if someone thinks that they've unscrewed all of them, but maybe this one is still screwed in, they go to pull it out, this whole plastic piece will just break. That hole will basically be useless. So this is in awesome shape. All right, now that this top part has been removed, we actually do have to take this piece off around the cluster before we can take this one off. This one just has 4 clips. What I recommend doing is grabbing like right here and pull out, and you'll feel the 2 clips right about here pop out, just like that. So they actually just came out, and now we can grab the top a little.
Sounds are scary.
I know, I hate pulling these things out, but I've done it a lot, and it always scares me, but then they always end up being okay. You just gotta be careful. The way they break is people not being careful. So even though it sounds like it broke, it didn't. It like has that snapping sound, but this one made the loudest sound, but it's still okay. And you can see these have 4 clips. 1, 2, 3, 4, all still good. Obviously needs to be repainted, but awesome shape. Now we can finally remove this piece, but before we do, we have to take out this little screw right here. And then also just want to mention, if you want to remove this panel, there's a little screw up in the corner as well. Just 1 screw. Now this is where you want to be careful, because this screw will fall down and get lost back there. So once you get towards the end, just kind of grab it and pull it out. Now that that screw's been removed, we can just go around and remove each clip very carefully. Also keep in mind that there's going to be 1, 2, 3 things plugged in when we remove this. So we're not going to be able to pull it out very far. You're going to have to reach around the back and unplug those things. It's a little difficult, so I'll show you here. And also, since this is aftermarket, there's probably going to be something plugged in here as well. The head unit will stay where it is. It's not going to come out with the panel. I always start right here. So pull out that clip, it's like the easiest one, and then you can come over here and grab this one. And then sometimes I'll come up to here and see if this one will pop out. There we go. Oh, and also it popped out those down there. I think there's one here, one around here. And then lastly, there's, I think, 2 coming up the side here. So you can kind of squeeze in here. There we go. The whole thing just came out. So we're gonna carefully move this away. And sometimes you're not going to be able to pull it out because of the automatic shifter here. So if you press this red button, I have my foot on the brake, you can kind of move this out of the way. And now we can move this up and unplug this stuff. Okay, so Paige and I just switched seats because I wanted to get a better look around here while I tried to unplug all that stuff. But I just noticed that whatever this on-off switch is for, the wires are running to, so it's this red and black wire, and they're running to the back of the car, and I think, yep, they come out the center console and then go under the rear seats. I think that's for the subwoofer. So we're actually going to unplug this as well, because we're going to be removing the subwoofer today. All right, got those unplugged, and that button just slides out easily. And the good news is that they didn't have to modify that hole at all, so we can replace that with a blank and it'll be fine. I don't know if this is some kind of aftermarket thing that was made for a Supra, but it fits perfectly in there. I'll see if anyone is interested in this, but probably not. But someone might be able to use it for something.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 clips.
8 clips. So I got it all unplugged. 8 clips, they're all in good shape. The cigarette lighter has 2 things plugged into it, so it's plugged in here and here. There's 2 things plugged into the HVAC. This is the clock. That's probably the hardest one to get out in my opinion. And then if you have anything plugged in down here. But yep, so now we have access to all that. So the, yeah, little baby piano right there. No, I'm just kidding, that's just a plug, but it looks like a piano. So the wiring that's going to the subwoofer is going towards the back of the car, and it's also going to the back of the head unit. So I think I'm going to remove the head unit, and the wire for the TV is, where is it going? I can't figure out where that's going, but we're going to take off the head unit and see if we can figure it out. So we figured out that this one is the power cord, and really all it's doing is just running across to here, to this thing, which they were putting into the cigarette lighter. So I think we can just fish this power cable through. Okay. Well, at least nothing was like cut or damaged to install that. You know, they just slipped the cable under there.
Mm-hmm.
Be careful not to drop it. Eee. Oh boy.
Oh, she big.
Yeah. All right, so we were trying to figure out where this was going, and it didn't go to the back of the head unit. However, the audio video for the TV was. So this is the subwoofer. Paige found it coming under here, going to here, and she was trying to figure out where it was going from here. And I said, look, right here. So it's going up through there, up into the engine bay. So you can see, that's it right there. It's going around all the way to the battery. Coming up through here. I actually didn't even notice this. I mean, it's pretty well hidden. So it's going straight to the battery. I disconnected the battery earlier because we were working on wiring and stuff, which is what you're supposed to do. All right, I got it disconnected from the battery. Still got the battery disconnected. So we're going to go around and unclip all the little zip ties that are holding this thing on and work on getting that removed. I don't know if that's the best place to put that.
Clever.
Awesome.
Okay, whoever got this in here, I give them props. Because that's impressive.
After redoing the seats, I'm the zip tie master.
How are you?
Jeez. Yeah, it does. I just so see if you can pull that through. All right, the wire is out of the engine bay. Now we got to get it out of the dash. All right, let's get the TV out of here. Oh. Fish it through. Hey! Oh!
So much more.
Look at that. All right, well, this is taking way longer than I expected, but we've got all the wiring out from the dash and the engine bay. Now we need to get it out from under the bottom of the seat and the hatch, and then we can remove the subwoofer. So we're gonna take off the center console, and this is really easy to take off too. There's just a few screws in here, and then these 2 screws inside the center console, and then it'll just lift right out. Paige is putting that bolt back on the seat, and I just wanted to show you, so there's a screw here for the center console, one right here, and then one here in the center, and then two back there. All right, what'd you find, Paige?
No.
Yes, let's go. That's what we were hoping for. What are they though?
One for each.
What are they?
I have no idea. Yet, I'm assuming. Two.
Nice.
We can make one for each.
Looks like, I don't know, 10 yen and 100 yen? 100 yen is $1, I think. I don't know, we'll have to look this up. Cool, that's what we were hoping for. There might be more. What's also really nice that I'm just discovering is that it has these plastic pieces here. When you take the seats out, you take those off and then they're always missing. So they're missing from our other Supra, but it looks like, you can see this one here, looks like it's got all of them. It's weird that they're gray. I thought they were black, but I'm sure there's different types. When you remove the rear seats, you actually have to remove the bottom half first, and then you can remove the top half, because there's some screws or some bolts that hold the top half in, but they're blocked by the bottom half. This half of the seat is just held in with some clips. So you just lift up just like that. That actually came out really easy. Here, just lift up from there. Yeah, try from the corner. There you go. And then now they should, there you go. I'll set up the camera here, hold on.
You're gonna hold it and we can switch out on your side?
Yeah, because my side is ours broke when I took them out, so those are much, I think ours are all brittle from the other Supra.
The weirdest goop to make it like sit in there.
Oh boy. So here's the bolts if you wanted to remove the top half. So you would take those two off, and then you'd fold the seat down, and then you'd remove the trunk mat, and you could get to the other two. All right, let's remove this thing. The Velcro's coming off over here. Okay. You got it? Yeah, so luckily it didn't really damage the floor mat or the trunk mat. There's a little rectangle from where it's just been sitting, but that might come out over time. So now we can get a better look at this. Nice to see that it has this thing. So here's all that wiring, and we should now be able to get that out of there. Let's take a look over here too. We got the jack and all that stuff. All right, cool. And it's still got the spare tire in there. This is kind of our first time taking a look in here too. Looks really nice. So it's got the screwdriver, the wrenches, pliers, and this stuff actually says Toyota on it somewhere. I thought it did.
Is it on the wrenches?
It does? Not on the screwdriver?
Well, we've never seen a screwdriver.
Oh, look at you. You know what you're talking about. So, looks like they give you a 10 and a 14. I'm assuming that's a... Oh, it's got an 8 and a 10. And then probably a 12 and a 14. Yeah, 12 and 14. And then the pliers. So, hopefully this helps anyone who's wondering what's supposed to be in here. That actually says Toyota on it as well. Let me know, anyone, if there's something that's supposed to go there. It looks like there should be something. All right, you guys, we got all that wiring taken out. We got the subwoofer removed. Everything in the hatch is put back together. Now we just need to put the center console back in and all the dash pieces, and we're done. All right, so this weird cup holder thing is very glued to the very glued to the center console. So we're gonna just peel it off real quick. Do you think we should use the heat gun?
Your choice. I think it's pretty heated up from us sitting in the sun.
Okay, yeah, it's peeling off pretty easily. Why don't you just peel it real carefully? Let's see.
Ew.
Look at it.
Looks like something from like Halloween.
Ew.
Ew.
All right, well, I think we can just leave it like that.
Oh yeah, that's
nice. No, I think we can clean that up pretty nice. Right-hand drive center consoles are pretty hard to come by. Left-hand drive, you can still buy brand new on eBay for like 150 bucks.
We just need leather cleaner to...
Yeah. All right, so we took out those rubber floor mats, took out the subwoofer, took out that TV. We got that weird cup holder off the center console. and the car is already looking so much better. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next video. We got a lot coming for you, so stay tuned. Thanks, everyone.